Hello, we are back. It is this another day of putting up drywall. So, yeah, Jordan is still sore from yesterday, which was the last video that you guys saw. But for us, it was yesterday, and
I only carried like I think 8 sheets or so, 8 or 9 sheets from where I had the trailer to the garage area. I am sore, even with that panel carrier.
Yep.
So, well, also all the overhead lifting here sucks. So,
yep.
We're gonna try to get this one's already got cut from yesterday, get up into this bay. I got my little thing set up here.
We have the lights off because staring at them like while you're holding that up like is blinding. So let's just turn them off.
So yeah.
Yeah. On to the next. So you can see we got that big one up, and now we're on to that next one by the light. This actually took quite a few times to get that smaller one up there because lo and behold, that the 2x that we're drilling it to is not square. So there's about like an inch difference on that end versus that end to where they joined, and it wasn't good. We didn't want that big of a gap to have to fill with mud. So what's that noise? Is that
the screw went too deep? It's ripping through the paper.
Oh. I heard like this like crinkling noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but we ended up figuring it out. And there she is. This one, just gotta finish drilling the rest. We got this one too clearly, but again, having issues with the camera. Every time these days, it's like battery low, memory card full, you name it, there's always an issue. So that's why you didn't get to see that one, but it's here. So we've got this whole side complete now, just about. Jordan's gonna do the last few screws. Well, that's a cool contraption.
Yeah, I figured I'd need it for this.
Greta's ready for her nap, so she keeps trying to go into her laps to cuddle. Are you ready for a nap? What'd you just have, drywall?
Sheet is done. First I tried to be in the back one. There she is. Woo! All done. Some tough work, but I got her. Alright, well, that is a little over half of this bay. I'd say 2/3 of this bay is completely done. So for all the verticals. So, pretty happy with that. Holding off on that side because we've got, so I'll show you, I got a little wiring project I got to do before we box that in. And then the next step, we're going to get working on this partition here on this side, and then the stuff above the bed. So
what about that?
Stay tuned. Yeah, this corner here I can do as well at some point. I'm holding off on what's around this big window because I'm actually going to replace that window. The seals, stay tuned for that. Unfortunately, going to replace that because the seals I think are bad. It's got some water damage at the bottom, which I saw at the beginning before we put it in, but I thought maybe it was just because it was an older window. But it seems like we're getting some leakage maybe in there, so probably going to replace that in the spring. So I'm going to hold off on this wall. I also need to put in a vent hood above the stove. So we've got some stuff to kind of get done on this side of the building before we box it in with drywall. But that gives us this bay above the bed to do, this partition wall here, the partition wall on this side of the pocket door, basically on the closet, and then the inside of the closet. It all needs to be done. So alright, so I just finished this corner. We just kind of moved some stuff back in this corner here. So yeah, I just did that partition wall on that side. There's a little gap at the bottom, which we'll cover with trim. If I really wanted to, I guess we could run a small sheet down there, but not really needed. So yeah, I'm holding off on this triangle just until the rest of this is all. I'm gonna do this wall all at once as far as hanging goes. So yeah, pretty happy. It turned out really good. And then you can see my where that's gonna butt in. So I'm gonna cut that metal out. We'll have both of those, or will be wrapped and come into this edge here. And then this will be drywall up to the top here. So yeah, overall, pretty darn happy. I finished, let's see here, put this piece in. So what we're gonna do on this side and this side of the bed is build this is gonna be a little cubby. So I'm gonna do sheetrock on these two pieces underneath here. And then I'm not sure if we'll run maybe like a 1/4 inch piece and just glue it to that or what. Haven't figured that out yet, but yeah, so that'll be a nice little storage space. This will have drywall right here, so nice little spot next to the bed area. You'll have a plug and then a spot to like put phones or whatever else. So pretty good progress so far. I'm hoping that we can move the bed now today and get maybe the rest of this done, or at least a good chunk of it would be nice. We might push through and get it all done, because then it's on to, I can do this wall, finish this up, and then start on that closet wall on this side of the door.
I don't know.
So hopefully my cable shows up soon too, so I can show you that wiring project on the other side, and we can get that side hung as well. But I think this is gonna look really nice up here. The beam, when I wrap that, we're gonna wrap it in like maple or mahogany or something nice, and leave those gaps open. So it'll almost be like a little shelf kind of thing for, you know, some knickknacks or whatever, and just an open flow beam. So yeah, the sheetrock saga continues. Not bad for 3-4 days of hanging. Pretty happy with what we got done. So
hey guys, so it's a day off for me, but Jordan's working, so I cannot hang drywall by myself. but I figured I want to be productive and use my day off for something. And so what I'm going to do today is going to be clearing out some of the dead stuff that we still have to clear out on our property. I'm really going to be focusing on this area, like taking down that little dead tree, some of these like ladder fall, kind of hauling some of the dead stuff that's been laying down. And I'm kind of like, what motivated me to do this is I've been walking around here with Greta a lot because we're lead training her. So kind of just walking around and all this dead stuff just like gets in the way of that lead and gets caught on it. And you know, it needs to get out of here anyway. And I figured I have a day off, so why not? And it's nice today too. It's about 40 degrees, sunny. I've got Greta over here tied up to that tree on her lead. I put down like just a kind of a crappy blanket for her to get out of the snow if she wants, since she's in the sun there, out of the wind. She's happy over there chewing on a little vertebrae she found. So hopefully we'll see how it goes with her doing this, because I'm going to be like walking all over her and then like hauling the wood down by the fire pit. And she and just the GSP breed in general, they like to be with their people. So we'll see how this goes. I think it's good for her to practice a little bit of independence too. So yeah, that's what I'm up to today. Alright, so I had to move Greta inside into her kennel. I think it was just getting a little too cold for her with the wind. So it's kind of a bummer. I'm not going to be able to get as much done as I thought with her in her kennel, because I don't want her in her kennel that long. Because this is going to take me pretty much the whole rest of the afternoon. But I've been working on getting this real gnarly tree kind of trimmed up a bit. We got nice good live growth, but it was almost filled with just snarls that I've just been kind of pulling down and stuff, and getting with the Sawzall. So I think I'm gonna kind of go through and like cut a lot, and then maybe another day we'll have to focus on pulling all the dead stuff over to a pile. So okay, so I'm just about to wrap up for the day. Kind of show you what I did. So I actually I didn't focus on that side as much as I thought I would. I did cut down that one dead tree that was in that little opening. Cleared a little bit over here. There was like already a bunch of dead stuff in that pile where that snow's all rustled up. And then what I actually focused on was kind of like this area. So I'll kind of show you. There's my pile. I decided not to go pile it over by the bonfiring, because that's a pretty big pile. But you can kind of see here, like where I cut there. This one's actually dead. We're gonna have to use a chainsaw to cut that down. Kind of walk this way. Man, this was yucky and gnarly. Back there, these like three, you like could not walk between them at all. You can kind of see all the twigs from my cutting. So like all these trees that you see right here they looked similar to that. So I'm actually gonna finish up with that one today. That one is probably the one that has the most like dead branches, like from all the way to the bottom, all the way up. That one was similar to that. That small one behind it, that's another dead one that we're gonna have to cut down with the chainsaw, but it had a lot of like dead pieces stuck out like that, so I figured I'd just get them out of there, because even if we cut it down, we'd have to take those off. Just easier to use later to burn. But you can see up there where it's like kind of like not as nicely cut. Those are ones I couldn't reach with the Sawzall, so I just they were long enough where I could like grab them and just pull them, which is kind of dangerous because it can slingshot some wood here and there, but I survived. You can hear Greta crying. She has been in the kennel, so I had to get her out. Yeah, that was pretty bad. You can see all those spots where it cut. And then over here, there was a dead tree already down that I cut into pieces, and this one was pretty snarly as well, and I took care of it. Now, these ones back here, I think we're gonna kind of leave it. This is like, you can see our property line right there. It's towards the end of our property, and our neighbors actually have like an Airbnb on their side of the property that like you can sometimes like see in certain angles through the trees. So we don't want to clear it too much because we don't want to, you know, we want to maintain some privacy there. But yeah, this one is the last one I'm going to kind of take care of today. And this direction, you can't see any of our neighbors' like buildings. So that's why I am going to clear that, even though it's kind of right on the edge. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to today. It took me about 3 hours kind of to do that. So not terrible. I am a little tired. I am still getting over, well, I'm like over COVID. But, you know, it takes still a little bit longer to recover from it. So, yeah, I'm just going to not push it too hard here. And also, I don't want to get too sore to help Jordan put up drywall tomorrow. Because that's heavy. But, yeah, I am going to do, like, if you're kind of into, like, the oddly satisfying, like, cleaning type of thing, I'm going to do a separate video of me clear cutting all of that and cleaning it all up, because you guys, it is oddly satisfying. Like when I'm in there with my Sawzall, it's just like, yeah, it's just oddly satisfying. So if you're into that sort of thing, I'm going to post a bonus video of me doing that, so you can go ahead and watch that. I'll put up a card here so you can get that. But yeah, we'll see you guys probably, this next clip will be for us tomorrow when we continue to put up our drywall. Okay, so I lied. Next clip isn't about drywall. I wanted to show you guys the pile after I took care of that last tree, because it increased quite a bit. So wanted to show it one more time because I'm proud of it. You can see it up through there. There was also a dead tree on the ground that I drug over to the pile as well. So if you check out that video, hopefully you're oddly satisfied by it. But yeah, the other reason too why I wanted to pop back on was kind of explain why we're doing this. Like, because there's a couple of reasons. One, to make the property look a little better. Like, I'm just looking at this tree right there. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to like clear all that dead so bad. And then when you have that cleared up, you can like get some better views, you know, like now we can kind of see into that little back meadow over there. So that's one reason, to make it look better. Another very practical reason is for fire safety. So now without like all that ladder, dead ladder, I think they call it ladder climbing or something like that. If there were ever to be a wildfire, the branches are a little bit higher, where for the fire to like get to that small kindling to fuel it. So that's another reason why. And then another reason too is it allows the sun to come and hit the ground a little bit more, so the plant life on the ground can thrive a little bit better because there aren't those branches shading it out from the sun. So that's another reason. And then a final reason was just to kind of get outside and do something today. Man, it was beautiful today. 40 degrees, like I said, sunny. You can see the sun shining in through here. And it just felt good to get out, get moving, using my body a little bit. And I mean, you can't beat the views here. So there's the bangtails through there that kind of peeking through. So yeah, just a great day to get outside, do something, and a lot of positive kind of reasons as well to do that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Next clip I'm sure will be drywall.
Having a little walk with Greta. Say hi. Working on some come commands. She's working on some pine cones. got a training lead on her, so she can kind of just drag it around. But if you need to, you can get close enough to grab her if she doesn't listen. She's been doing pretty good. Just taking a nice walk on the nice plowed. Oh, there's some new deer track. What do you think, huh? What do you think? Nice day. Some blue skies. Get some sheetrocking done today. How do you beat that? Yeah, spectacular. What do you think, huh? You like going on walks? The snow is pretty deep when I've been going out there. Around the trees it's not too bad, but otherwise we got like 2 feet on the ground. So anyway, just kind of walk our road, check stuff out, sniff around. Do this a couple times a day. Sometimes we'll go off in the snow if it's not too bad, but it's a little chillier today too. It's like 25, a little bit of degrees, not too bad. Anyway, just another morning walk. I didn't video while we were doing it, but Josh came up. I'm sure he'll make an appearance again, and he helped me hang these 2 full-size sheets behind the bed, and then that one. So pretty happy with that. What I'm working on now is I just cut pieces for, show you, if I can get that back out. Just cut these pieces for this little nook that we're doing. So, if you remember, so that's hung on the other side. That little like nook when you come in by the door. So what we're doing is turning these into like little shelves. So what I'm gonna do, I got this piece cut already. And I'm going to, for this one I'm just gonna, I don't have anything to nail it to or screw it to. I'm just gonna put some adhesive to glue it to the other side. And then these pieces down here, I got that one cut. Let's see. Oh, zooming in here. Sorry. And this one, which I might have to trim a little bit off of. Still. Yeah, I gotta trim that one a little bit. And of course I'll have one there and one in here. This will be basically a little built-in shelf. So then today I'm gonna finish this triangle piece, and it's going to overlap the end of that, and then this bottom piece here will come up flush with this one. So, but before I can do these 2 other pieces, I need to kind of build this. So that's what I'm working on right now. A little trimming on this guy to do, cut those 2, get some glue on the back of this, nail it, screw all these down, and then I can start working on these other pieces. Got a piece that kind of broke out on this sheet here, so I gotta screw it in and put a piece of board behind it so it's got something to screw to. Luckily it's kind of out of sight, but so that's kind of what we're up to today. Again, goal is to finish this little wall here, and then I'm hoping to get this wall done as well, all the way down. It's going to be a little bit more difficult because I don't have the sheeting on the other side of this, so I'm gonna have to cut. Probably gonna end up putting that piece in from this side, but I'm gonna cut the little strip pieces, get those in, leaving the gap for that piece to go in behind that, and then that way I can finish this wall hopefully today. That's kind of the goal. But yeah, a lot of progress. That leaves us with basically that closet that's just behind that sheet. and then those walls, and then the end walls, of course, and the bathroom. But as far as the sheeting I have now, once I get my cabling, I'm going to knock out those walls. Hopefully get started on this closet sooner than later. But today, be pretty happy if I can get this all knocked out. And then I think Josh may be coming back tomorrow to help me with some of the rest of this. Maybe we'll get working on that closet space in there, hanging the ceiling. So yeah, a lot of progress today, a lot of stuff going on. Megan's working. I got the day off from my normal job, so here we are. Alright, got her done. Turned out really nice. Got a little gap down in the bottom, have to fill, but not terrible. Got this nice little cubby. So set the bed's right here, and you got an outlet here. It's really nice to have something to use a built-in shelf there. So that worked out good. And then do the same thing over on this side now. I'm going to cut this piece first, then these two pieces, leaving a gap on the back so I can put in that back piece. And then I'm going to cut this long one. It's going to go all the way basically around this. And then we'll have a big piece and a small piece down in the bottom. And then this wall will be done. You guys wanted to just do a quick progress update, done for the day. So, showed you that. Got all this done. I just finished putting that piece up. The only thing left is this little strip, kind of oddball guy. I'm not going to worry about that today. I'm wrapping up, so done for the day. Got some screws to throw in up there. A couple down here real quick before we throw the bed back in here. Greta can no longer get through to the closet from behind the bed. Yay! Jump for joy. So, yeah, pretty happy with the progress. And we'll check back with you with the next set of sheetrock hanging. Say goodbye. Bye. Greta says goodbye.